it's Dr. Kimarie, and I want to talk about pain. You make me a believer, believer. You know that song? And it says, pain, you make me a believer, you break me down, you build me up, believer. My life, my love, my drive, it came from pain. I love those words because not that we want to stay in pain. That's not the goal. I don't love pain, but there is a reason why why we have it and why it can be used as an ally and as an asset in our lives. It's an indicator. Pain also, the acronym I like to use, I've heard before for pain, is pay attention inside now. So yes, there's acute pain that happens when we get into a car accident or when we fall and we hurt ourselves. And I've been in those situations many times in my life. And I also feel like that pain was teaching me something as well. It still was leading me in a new direction, and it was showing me one thing was to slow down, pay attention, and lean into it. So when I am in a lot of pain, especially in my body, I try not to take pain relievers because I know one thing about me is that I will push myself. I am the type of person that if I don't feel it, if I don't get limited a little bit by it, then I will bypass it and I will push myself and further hurt myself. So I am really big on not taking too many painkillers. I'm not telling you what to do or not to do. I am saying that pain is power. That pain has its place. And many times when I'm working with clients, what we do is we get into the body and I get you into a relaxed space, a state of being where you can tap into that pain, and you will get guidance, you will get answers. And what's cool about our body is you will have that sensation, and as soon as we give it a voice, it will dissipate and sometimes move into different parts of the body and give us different information, which is very powerful. So I felt the need to speak about pain being an ally and tapping into that versus numbing it. And then, interestingly enough, my friend put Netflix on my TV and reminded me of it yesterday. So last night I decided to watch a Netflix show which was called Painless. And I don't know what drew me in, but it was so good. I watched the whole series last night, and it was speaking about the story behind OxyContin and how it started and where it began and the creators of it. And one of the things that they said, and it was based on really capitalizing on people's pain and a lot of greed. I'm not saying that all the doctors that they coerced to really over-medicate people were having bad intentions or anything like that, but definitely they knew what they were doing. And they said at one point that originally this medication was derived for people in very serious pain, like people dying of cancer. That's what it was originally supposed to be used for. And they used the pain scale, and they circled the 9 and 10 and said, this is our basically our audience, or the people that we can sell to. But what we really want to do is get the sweet spot. We want to get the people that are about a 5, a 6, or a 7, and we want to capitalize on that pain. And that's what they did, was they became this way of giving you your life back. And that is just so sad because so many people lost their lives in that process of manipulation and of being addicted to something outside yourself. So pain is powerful because it points you to go within. It points you to what habits. So in the 5, 6, or 7, those numbers, what I realize is those are usually lifestyle choices. Those aren't usually acute pain like 8, 9, or 10. And I just found that interesting that they're capitalizing on the pain that, like feeling depressed or feeling anxious or feeling it could be back pain and stuff like that, but the thing about pain is that there are a lot of choices that we can make to improve our lives and get to the root of what's making that pain persist, right? So for instance, pain that persists, say you did have a back injury, pain that persists because of inflammation. So we could address it by eating anti-inflammatory foods, by flooding our body with the proper nutrients. If we're in pain in other ways, it's looking at our mindset, it's looking at our habits, it's looking at our choices. It's not a blame thing. It's an indicator to say something's not working and we need to make changes. We need to be able to support the body, mind, and soul so that it can elevate out of pain. And so I just really wanted to talk about that, because my passion really is about the sweet spot, right? It is about getting you in the sweet spot, but not by numbing you, because the next thing they did, whether it was at the same time or it was on that bandwagon, is medication for anxiety and depression and all of those things. It's giving them something outside themselves to make the pain go away. But really what's causing the pain, you don't get the thing that's missing, and the thing that is missing is usually purpose. It's usually passion. You're not feeling that joy, peace, or freedom. You're not feeling connection. You're not feeling wholeness, right? And so my passion and purpose is to teach you that sweet spot, so you don't have to go outside yourself to numb yourself with drugs or alcohol or medications, and be dependent on those things for joy, peace, freedom, abundance. To be able to tap into them wherever you are, so that you can use pain as an ally, and you can transcend that, right? Use it as what it is meant for. It's meant to show you when we're off track, when we're out of alignment with our core values, with taking care of our body, mind, and soul, with our nourishment. And it's getting back into that. So the sweet spot, you have to be able to feel it. You have to be able to be there. You have to be able to be in the full presence. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful feeling. Really, who wants their life back if your life is bored or in your comfort zone and not growing? That's what causes pain too. Because one of the other things that came to my mind is that pain persists until passion pulls, until purpose pulls. So your comfort zone is never really that comfortable for very long. We don't want to grow because we feel like it's painful, but it is more painful to stay in a stagnant condition than it is to face those fears of the unknown. And because on the other side of going through maybe a difficult terrain is that feeling of accomplishment, is that feeling of being so alive, and in your body you can feel every cell of it vibrating. That is the sweet spot, not numbing it, not making it want to go away. So many of us are trying to escape pain, but we're escaping our life, and we're escaping joy, peace, freedom, abundance. In the process, we're throwing out the baby with the bathwater. So lean into your pain. If you need help with doing your body's wisdom work, it's powerful, powerful work, and it shifts you dramatically and immediately. So it's really, really cool. It's not going to change overnight that you don't have to do another thing. It's a process of awakening you to where you can support yourself better, so that you can tap into that on a regular basis. So I hope you have an amazing day. Please subscribe to my channel. I love you, and I will talk to you soon from bravebreakthroughs.com. Bye-bye.